Hey guys, Francis Sky here once again on the official YouTube page for the Massacre Twins. I know it's been a while since our last blog, so I thought maybe we could get reacquainted a little. And believe it or not, I do have hands. Last time when I did last couple, you'd just see from up here maybe. But yeah, guess what? I do have hands, and I can do cool things. I can dance. I can show you my dog. She's sitting right next to me, so say hi, Dee Dee. Her saying hi, I guess. In case you're wondering, the shirt is a Misfit shirt from Evil Live. So, there you go. But today I thought we'd talk about some of the origin, maybe a little bit of the origin for the title of the Massacre Twins and also some of our characters. The title actually came from a conversation I was having with Clarissa, one of our artists, and also people know her as the lead singer of the band Chamber of Echoes. Check them on Facebook.com/Chamber of Echoes and chamberofechoes.com. There's your plug. Okay, so anyway, we have these two friends who were always go to the shows together, so like birthday massacre shows or like bands like The Start and stuff like that. So, but she'd always associate them with the Birthday Massacre. So she would ask me like, "Hey, are the Birthday Massacre Twins going to be there?" Or, "Hey, the Birthday Massacre Twins should come to my show." And so after that, I kind of just laughed it off and said, Birthday Massacre Twins, that's funny. And then thinking about it, thought, hey, the Massacre Twins kind of sounds like a cool idea for a comic. So here it is. Well, this is a blog, not the actual comic, but we're working on the comic part, don't worry. Yeah, working on it. Anyway, so that's where the title, The Massacre Twins, came from. Actual origins of the twins, I kind of want to keep a bit of a mystery. We never knew where Aqua Hunger Force came from until we saw the movie or things like that. So it's kind of cool just do little hints or things like that just to see where the origins actually did come from, where they came from, and you can put your own things together, and then when it happens, then I can laugh at you guys. Not really, just I think it's cool people do the whole deduction thing and all that. So anyway, the stories take place in what is the West Coast, but after a disaster, kind of like you would see, in any of those B movies or anything like that, like a nuclear holocaust or some natural disaster. We're not really sure what happened, but the West Coast is basically devastated and has become kind of a wasteland, but we call it Badlands. And so in there, people are free to go in there and do what they want. They can run a town. You can just make whatever you want with the ruins or things like that. So people have gone in there. Most of it, unfortunately, is a criminal element, but there are those who do live there and consider it their homes. And Massacre Twins are kind of the people that saw this injustice of the criminals trying to take over, taking things from people, and wouldn't take it anymore. So they became kind of these unsung heroes. But the people don't really know who they are. They're just rumors of the Massacre Twins, or that's like their nickname. They don't really call themselves that, but it's like the nickname that have been given because some of the stuff they do is they're very mysterious, and all of a sudden, the gang will, like a gang of people will all of a sudden just be laying down beat up, or even worse sometimes, depending on who they are. There are, of course, going to be some main villains and things like that, but those will be coming later, and we'll have some more art up for you guys to check out from Kristin. Rachel actually has a actual cool logo she showed me, and I don't want to preview it now and just say just knowing it's almost done, but there will be an actual word Massacre Twins logo. Even though I love the silhouette, but we'll blend the two together. The first thing maybe we can talk about is V, and let me show the picture. Let you guys soak it in a bit. All right, so V is, as you can see, is more of not high class, but more of the kind of lets her actions do her talking through guns and things like that. She doesn't really want to get herself dirty in combat, so guns and things like that, a little longer of a range. She also has certain powers that will be coming out later. To reveal, I'm not going to just throw everything. I don't want to really throw everything out there for you guys, but it'll be some cool things, some things that'll be convenient to the plot. That'll be kind of funny. All of a sudden, oh well, she can fly. Well, okay, we won't go that far, but there'll be some things in there that'll kind of maybe throw you off surprise, or just will hint at, and it'll happen. You'll see it when it happens. But she's more the quiet type, the quiet, strong type. She's a little more of the level-headed, if you will, compared to our other character. But she's very, how can I put it? Very, 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 I'll just say she's a person of very few words, we'll put it that way. And she can also explode when needed. Explode or let it all out. And then there is her partner, friend, whatever you want to call her. There is Dee. Let me just... Whoop. So Dee is a little more eccentric, maybe? A little more, well, I guess we'll say crazy. You can say that a little bit. But she is the one who gets down and dirty when it comes to fighting, as you can tell with her machete. Also with her goggles, so she doesn't get any dirt or other things in her eyes. But she's a little more of the, I'll go in there and I'll just, kick ass, take names kind of thing. The little cans around her actually are what we put up on the Facebook page, and that is her energy drink, which is called Kilohertz. And the art was done, of course, by Lexi Monster, who is our creative consultant. And we'll have some more coming up from her for some of our other businesses that we have going on out there in Badlands. But anyway, Dee is the wisecracker, the kind of like the Odd Couple kind of thing. But there's also like kind of sisterly, kind of big sister, little sister kind of relationship. But they could or could not be related. So I'm just going to be mysterious with you and cryptic. Anyway, Dee is like what I said. She's crazy. She's fun. She does all the one-liners. She drinks a little too much of the kilohertz, but we love her for it. And we're going to see a lot, some of the stories maybe revolving around her a little more than Dee, when Dee will get involved. She's not just going to be thrown off and then thrown in conveniently. We're going to try and make it as equal as possible. And also, the third, I guess you can say main character, but part of the good guys, we have their pet rabbit, and his name is Nothing and Nowhere. And let's bring him up. And there he is. There he was, or whatever. I'm still new to this editing thing. So Nothing and Nowhere is a two-headed rabbit, as you saw. We'll go into his origins too as well, but he's not just a fluffy bunny that just hops around. There's a lot of things that you'll be surprised by from him as well. Of course, Nothing and Nowhere, if for Birthday Massacre fans, is the name of the first EP album, what do you want to call it? And I thought it would be a cool little shout out to the band. But but Nothing and Nowhere, of course, Nothing we thought would be funny for as Nothing is more the main body, and he's basically it's kind of like a miniature version of D&D, but they've been together. And he's called Nothing because everyone thinks he's kind of goofy, he doesn't know him. He knows nothing. He just does his thing. And Nowhere is kind of a little more of the knowledgeable, I guess you could say. It's a little smarter, kind of wants to be a little more controlling, but he's called Nowhere because he can't go. He goes nowhere. He can't go anywhere except for where Nothing goes. Because they're, again, they're attached, two-headed. I guess, there you go, kind of like that. Yeah. But, so Nothing and Nowhere will probably have some of their own little adventures going on. And again, you'll be surprised at what they do and can do and are capable of. So, I mean, I just want, it'll be a very fun ride for people, which is what I wanted. I grew up a lot around, as I've said before to people, I've grown up around a lot of the B movies, comics, music, things that are especially with movies, things that are like kind of over the top. Not the movie Over the Top, but with Stallone, but movies that are kind of like just out there and very fun to watch is what is I always thought was missing when I watch a lot of movies. Sometimes is the fun element of movies. You know, that's why I love the summer season, because we have, you know, movies that are just like you can just kind of turn your brain off, but it just, oh, it's fun to watch. Or it makes you kind of go back to what, you know, reason you enjoy story, you know, why you enjoy storytelling. And I want it to be compelling, but right now I'll be working on shorts. Right now, currently I'm concentrating on doing the short panels kind of thing. And I will work on stories at the same time, but, you know, I don't want to throw something out there and have it be over excessive. And so, sorry. So I want it to be something that people can just look at for a little bit and go, huh, you know, then you can, you know, forget about their troubles or have a little fun for a couple of minutes. But there will be longer stories that will be developing, and those may be a little more, not content, but a little more heavier kind of storylines going. Maybe that's a lot of probably where some of the origins will come from. You'll see the stories of like maybe how Nothing and Nowhere came to be with V&D, or where V&D came from. You know, we'll have some of those, but again, we're going to hint to a lot of things as well, so we can dissect it and see what's what, you know. So please stay tuned to this page for more information. We'll have some more cool little things coming on. We still gotta get you guys to know the creative staff that we have. It's an awesome staff. You know, Lexi's great, Kristin's awesome, Rachel's awesome too. So is Clarissa. There's gonna be a lot going on, so you know, bear with us. You know, please pardon our dust as we're still under construction, but do spread the word about the Massacre Twins. You know, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/the Massacre Twins. We're on Tumblr at themassacretwins.tumblr.com. We're also on Twitter at massacre_twins. And of course, if you have any questions for us, concerns, or maybe some ideas, you know, if you want to throw something out there, I'll credit you for it. You know, I can't pay you, but I can give you credit for it. You can always send anything you want, except for hate mail. Send that to themassacretwins@gmail.com. Again, I am Francis Sky. I hope you enjoy this little blog. I kind of jumped around a little bit, but that's how I am. That's why it's good to write things down. Yeah. So until then, until our next blog, or until some more pictures come up, see you guys around, and please spread this if you want people to know a little more about the Massacre Twins, if they can, you know, decipher my gibberish. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.